Hey, what's up guys, this is Arvind, your favorite automobile and tech reviewer, and today this huge box is one of the most wanted tech products by all the tech enthusiasts and gamers out there. And yes, this is PS5, which is the latest and greatest and the most powerful gaming console by Sony, which provides next generation of gaming experience. Come, let's take a look by unboxing this bad boy. So first, if you take a look at the box, there is a PS5. This is a disc edition, so that's why you get a disc symbol here. Actually, PS5 comes in both disc and digital edition. I bought the disc edition, and yes, the PS5 looks like it just dropped from an alien spaceship. I will comment about the design when we take a look at this after unboxing. There is this PS5 logo with a DualSense controller, PS5 written here, and that is the three main text that we are waiting for. 8K. This PS5 can handle and support 8K games, and it can output in 8K if you have the compatible device and software. And there is 4K 120 FPS support, and there is also a HDR support as well. There is a 1 year of warranty and the MRP details that we usually get in Indian brandings. And at the side you have the PS5 design, and it says 825 GB at the back and all the necessary informations. These are kind of boring stuff, but I wanted to show you guys what the box looks like. Now it's the moment of time. Let's unbox this PS5, shall we? Controller, some paperwork, power cable, and this is a stand for PS5. There's also a HDMI cable, which obviously supports faster outputs. It is a dream to unbox this guy. I've been waiting for more than 2 years to unbox a PS5. Luckily, I got it now. Here comes the bad guy. The texture inside is nice. If you look closely, there is a triangle, X, O, and all the signs that you find on a DualSense controller are here. I mean, dang, I love this thing. Let's take a look at this DualSense controller. Wow, it looks so good. Let's talk about the design of the PS5, shall we? So the design of the PS5 is very attractive and very unique compared to any other newer generation gaming consoles. One cool thing that makes this PS5 stand out from the competition is the cool LED lights that glows in between these white plates. The PS5 has a piano black finish in the center and two plastic white colored plates. You can also customize these plates. Sony offers variety of colors including matte black, purple and many more colors, so that you can buy it separately and attach it to this PS5 and make your PS5 stand out from the others. Even Dbrand sells plates for this PS5. So this is the disc edition of a PS5. We do have a USB-A port and a USB-C port in the front. So there is a button for ejecting the CD, and there is a power on and off button. The front houses a PS logo that is so cool. This is the design in the front. This is the center profile, which most of the gamers prefer to just keep it in the gamer's paradise, and they will admire this design. And this is at the back side, and this side houses all the other I/O ports. There is two USB-A ports and one Ethernet, one HDMI port and one power cable. So this is pretty much the design of the PS5. So let me talk about the performance of the device. Let me share my experience and how the PS5 handles games and newer generation AAA titles, and moreover what is the loading time, and is there a quick jump feature from one game to another. Before entering the real world performance of the PS5, let me run down its specifications. What are the hardware details and what is the CPU and GPU being used in this PS5? This PS5 has AMD Ryzen Zen 2 CPU with 16 GB of RAM, which is DDR6 memory, and 825 GB of SSD, and Radeon RDNA 2 GPU. It supports 4K 120 FPS in HDR and even can output in 8K. This disc version is capable of playing 4K Blu-ray discs as well. There are two types of PS5. One is the disc version and other one is the digital version. The digital version of PS5 costs little bit less compared to the disc version. The PS5 handles every game like a breeze. It just glides through whatever the AAA titles that we throw on it. The frame rates are consistent and the gameplay is really smooth, really enjoying the HDR and 4K content which this device outputs is really gorgeous. And if you have a 4K panel with HDR support, you can enjoy each and every moment of the gameplay with amazing graphics performance. The graphics renderings are amazing, like there is no graphics rendering while the gameplay is going on. Everything is rendered and everything is ready to go when you click the start button of any game. So I have played a lot of PS5 exclusives like Spider-Man Miles Morales and Gran Turismo 7. My all-time favorite games like GTA 5, and I'm recently addicted to Cricket 22, which is a test match between England and Australia. That game I've been playing like a lot of time, and there are a lot of PS5 exclusives like Hogwarts Legacy, God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Part 2, and there are a lot more games which are just exclusive to PS5 and are available directly so that you can just purchase the game and go on for play. So why PS5 over the Xbox? If you're a kind of a person who just loves a PS5 and you also own the previous generation of PlayStations like the PlayStation 2, 3, 4, you might definitely fall in love with the PS5. Mainly because of its design and the increased performance for the next generation of gaming. There are also titles that has been released exclusively for PS5 so that you can play on day one. If you are a person who loves the PS5 exclusives, you have no other choice other than PS5. You definitely need to go out and get a PS5 and start gaming and start playing with your favorite games. But if you're in the verge of selecting between I want a PlayStation or an Xbox, you don't have any much interest on the PS5 exclusives, you just play cross-gen games and cross-platform games, you can either choose between Xbox or PS5. But if you want the exclusives that the PS5 offers, there is only option you need to only get the PS5. There are also a lot of exclusives in Xbox like Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, that is another story for another video. But if you want the exclusive that can be only played on PS5, the PS5 is the only option. If you choose between the teraflops and all the hardware specifications between the PS5 and Xbox, you might feel that Xbox Series X is better than the PS, but that is not a true story because the PS5 handles each and every game like a breeze. It just glides through each and every game and it's a no-brainer. Like it does not break a sweat when playing any of the AAA titles. So you don't need to worry on that. Every game can be played in higher graphics in performance mode in 4K 120 FPS. And it performs well in each and every situation. So what about the heating on the PS5? The heating of the PS5 can be definitely felt on the back side. You can just, if you put your hands over it, you can feel the hot air coming from it. But other than that, it is not so hot. It's just a kind of warm and it's not like unbearable kind of a thing. It is bearable and it is expected when you have a powerful console like a PS5. The main upgrade of PS5 over the PS4 or any other generation of consoles is this DualSense controller. You might be wondering what is so special about this DualSense controller. Like it might look similar to other controllers of the other consoles. But no, this controller packs a punch. Why I say like that is, the vibration motors on this controller are like magnificent. They're out of the world and they give like amazing experience which you won't get from any other controllers. Especially the triggers will show uniqueness, like the triggers will show different vibrations in different gameplays. For example, if you're riding a car and you're on a road, the triggers might feel different. But if the car goes out of the track, like out of the tarmac, when it reaches a grass or kind of a mud, the triggers will vibrate like this and it will make you feel like the car is running on a grass which is bumpy compared to the tarmac which is really smooth. And if you're in a shooting game, when you're to target some person, this left trigger, the L2, will adjust according to the gun you're using, and the right shooting button shoot according to the gun. Obviously you might not be able to get what I'm saying, but when you experience the PS5 you'll get to know what I'm saying. And the coolest part of this controller is that the LED which glows around the trackpad can indicate you different things. Like in GTA 5, if the wanted level increases and police are in search of you, it will show red and blue lights so that you can understand the police are searching for you and your wanted level has been increased. If your wanted level goes down, or if you're playing a normal game, this light will glow in green and red and yellow and various colors depending upon the game you're playing. This controller also has a speaker in it so that you can hear the voices. It also has a microphone so that you can communicate to other players while gaming. So that is about the controller. The controller charges via the USB Type-C. Every charger and cable will be provided in the box. So that is pretty much it for the controller. So this is really a masterpiece of PS5. So that's pretty much it for the the PS5. This is my experience and my review on PS5 after using it for 2 months now. This is really a great console and it is an investment that you will really cherish on. There are even a lot of gamers and a lot of you guys who are waiting to get your hands on this PS5. Now that the chip shortage has been over and Sony manufactures a lot of PS5s now, you can easily grab one online or in store. At least in India. It was almost 2 years of wait for us in India to get a hands on PS5. Like only few members got this in pre-booking, but for the masses, the time is now. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe, like and share this video to your friends and other gamers who are waiting to get their hands on this PS5. Let me game now. Oh, this is a Mac.